Perhaps I've won the first turnabout. That's the only option I've got, so yes. Yes, okay. I'm gonna try my best to voice act this. It's gonna go really poorly. Uh-oh. Some spooky music there. Oh, she's dead. Damn it! Why me? Oh, this voice acting is gonna go horribly. I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Alright, well, looks like we know our criminal for our first case. I think. I have a feeling. He looks a little suspicious. I gotta level with you. Boy, am I nervous. Oh, God. Right! Oh, that was a little too light pitched. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Yeah, it's a really dumb decision, isn't it? It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because... Oh, no, that's Phoenix. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He was one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. Well, that's really nice. Good job, Phoenix. I like this dude already. I really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over! Is this our defendant? Yeah, that's our defendant. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Ah! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. No shit! Is that what he sounds like? I didn't gather that much from what was going on here. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. Jesus, Larry. That's a little much here. Hold on, I gotta adjust my chair. That's not the correct chair. There we go. So my chair, one step at a time. What's wrong? Oh God, what's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Okay, what's going on here? Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. Well, it's a good turn of events. Poor Mr. Larry over there. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Oh, a murder trial, fairly simple. Thank you, Phoenix. I'm glad to see that lawyering is just very simple to you. That's good. Yeah, she's just dead. Or that's like... No, there's no other way to take that. A young woman was a young woman was killed in their apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Hysterical. Just... Poor Larry. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Well, yep, he's just not getting into a good situation here. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And that I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Alright, so clear Mr. Larry's name. Or it's Mr. Butts. I'm sorry. That's how that works. Oh God. Oh God, I gotta do an old man voice. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight's fading. Mom's spaghetti, knees deep, arms are heavy. God. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Phoenix Wright, it's me. It's me, I did it. I did it, I killed it. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what is the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Yeah, this is maybe not cut out for a murder trial to start out here, Phoenix. This might be a little much and over your head. Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Yeah, don't worry about that. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time. I think it's actually, yeah, okay, it's that. Okay, like, alright. You know, you would think the judge would notice us taking out the autopsy report. It's Cindy, okay. Really think the judge would notice us having a look at the autopsy report. But I mean, yeah. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Don't fuck it up. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cinderblock. There's Cinderblock. They're not making this too hard, are they? The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Yeah, super excited about this murder trial. Thank you, Your Honor, because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. It's just a statue. Great. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Oh, we're getting to witnesses already? The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep out that voice. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything, unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Hey, Larry, you gonna do something stupid? Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim has recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. That doesn't work. Didn't they all die? Yeah, I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls, or seeing me. Ever. Oh, Larry. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Okay. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a... God, I get my voices confused already. The victim was... See, this is gonna go really well. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... Yeah, no, stop him. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! God damn it. Yeah, and when I meet her, I'm gonna get to the... Oh, when I meet her in hell, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this! Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer, honestly. I know, send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Lots of commotion for that. Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Oh, God, his voice is high. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sod to the stand. Good for Frank Sod. Oh, hey there. You just look like a real swell guy, don't you? Mr. Sod, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sod, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Okay, here we go. I was going door to door. Oh, God, what was his voice? I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment, and then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have the record of the blackout for your perusal.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Oh, God. Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the tab and then point out contradictions in the testimony. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What would it be? Time of death. Oh, the time of death is different. Is it? Yeah, he said, what, 1 o'clock? He might be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Strange, looked inside, saw her lying there, failed to fright. Let's call the police. Her plane, the plane. The nearby park. Yeah, 1 p.m., that's wrong. That's wrong. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m.? You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. Oh shit, it's getting real. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. Oh, clever Phoenix. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. I wish this is just how real court worked. This was the thing. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. But there was a blackout. Are you stupid? There was a blackout, dude.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right! You know what to do. I've got this one. Yeah, I do got this one. Like, that's pretty obvious. There was a blackout. You see when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time, probably coming from the television. No, there wasn't. Because there was no power! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. I will,
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sarge, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather, distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been a shock. The shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sarge. Let's hear your testimony one more time, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon the killer used to kill the victim. That must have been what I saw. What?
What do you saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine the witness.
But what? Gladly. Wait, what? It's a little confusing here. Sorry. I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon the killer used to hit the What? This thing? It's just a statue of the thinker. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was this statue. Now, how was this supposed to be a clock? Oh, now we get the corner theme of this. You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there. Okay, that's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yeah. A problem with his testimony? How could he have, like, tripped it if he didn't go in the apartment? The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Shit. Oh, shit getting real. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Yeah.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, yeah! Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn, give him death!
Alright, that's a little aggressive there, my dude. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
You claim that the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor? The sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely this clock. The fact which is clear if you simply... try sounding the clock, because it was a different time. Because... this at a different time. Try sounding the clock, right? Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw had heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw it, try and talk your way out of this one. Ah! Ah! You forgot one thing!
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case!
Oh. Yeah, no, he's right. How am I gonna prove that?
Well, no, I think I know.
Mr. Wright, you seem to lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Saw.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal!
Because you are a criminal.
You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him.
Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Saw. Mia, I mean, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yeah. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Because she just came back from a trip. Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yeah. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you said the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off!
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
It's her passport, because she arrived home on, like, the day before, right? So she wouldn't have changed it. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Yeah. You good? Oh, no, he's... Oh, shit, he passed out. Okay.
Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness...
Yeah, he was arrested and taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, it is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts.
Yay! Is that how real court works? Do we get confetti? I want confetti.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went into her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sot let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sot grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
And beat her over the head with it.
Gotta turn myself down a little bit. Hold on. That might have been way too loud. My apologies if it was. Okay. Ugh, I still can't believe I won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I have seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. She's this glad. Imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... No, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yeah, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. God damn it. It's juvenile. Thanks, I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. It's the murder weapon. Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made this one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento of that horrible murder that everyone went through. Jesus. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool? Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? You did that twice. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? It's gonna be the statue, because she kept it. Or... Yeah, it has to be, right? Take that! Take that! Take this evidence! Poor Larry. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive that you weren't just some cheap chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am, thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. As you're a fucking lawyer, and that kind of has something to do with your entirety of everything. And hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. That's sweet. Well, I think our work here is done, so shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Alright. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you count the clock he gave me." Well, Larry... Good for Larry. Not good for us. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Well, that was ominous. Okay, the end of chapter 1.